Hi, this is Kim from Emerging Creatively Tutorials, and today I wanted to show you my art journal so far this year. I started a new one at the beginning of January. It is the Dilutions, I think it's called a creative journal. I'm using the 8x8 square, and then I'm doing 2-page layouts, and so far that's all I've done is 2-page layouts. I could see maybe just doing a page at a time as well, but I haven't done that yet. So I wanted to show you this so you could get an idea for some art journaling techniques. So at the beginning of the year, I kind of started doing this layering collage technique that I hadn't really done before. Maybe I've done it a couple times in a couple art journal pages, but now it's kind of become like my style. I love doing this. It's fun to me. And for now, this is how I'm making my art journal pages. So I'm just going to flip through. There's not a ton because we're not that far into the year as of this recording, but I just wanted to give you some ideas. And then over my blog, I'll have a link below this video. I'll have pictures of all of these so you can see them even closer up, maybe even get a better look at them. So basically my technique is using watercolors for the background, and I tend to just kind of pick colors and put them on here. I'm not painting a specific picture or anything in the background, I'm just putting paint on. And this particular page I use some stamps. So I have a dandelion stamp, and then I have dragonflies kind of that I put throughout, and just kind of in a light color. Then over here I have a list, and so this was from January 2nd, so I have a list of New Year 2017. So fresh, new, love, inspiration, adventure, creativity, authentic, beginning, start. And then I just took some different papers and layered them. So this is old sheet music, scrapbook paper. I typed this of a manual typewriter, and I tore these pages, as you can see. And I think this is from an old calendar or something. And this image is from an old book, but then this is scrapbook paper, and I just sort of layered everything here. That was my first page for the new year. Now we have this next layout, and this is me doing a mirror selfie. And again, I have painted the background. And then this is scrapbook paper, and some of this is scrapbook paper. And this is a 5 things list. So it's kind of 5 things that I was kind of doing that day. And these are some old papers that I have in my I have like a box full of art journaling stuff. And so I love the green color. So these are both part of the same thing. This is actually from a scrapbooking or art journaling kit I got. So this isn't actually an old, piece of paper that I had around. It's actually something I got in a kit, but it went perfectly. So again, I just sort of layered everything. This is a tag off of something I got for Christmas, and I like the purple, so I just kind of tucked that in there too. So that is that page. So we'll turn the page, and now we have this page, 2-page layout. In this case, I used watercolor pencils, and I just sort of, on this side I did a circular thing, and then on this side I kind of did like a scribbly thing, and then I just took water and painted over it to give it a watercolor effect. And again, I have all these different layers here, like an old map, some scrapbook paper, this is a stamp, this is a rub-on, this is pattern paper, and I cut into a heart. And then over here I have some more stamps, and this is, I think the company's called 7 Gypsies. It's a scrapbooking company, and they have these little file folders, which I loved and I bought, and I never could figure out what to do with them. But here I have it so you can open it, and then I have more layers, more kind of rub-ons, and then I did sort of what was going on that day. And so that is that page. Alright, so the next page is my Word of the Year collage. I actually did a workshop that you can purchase called the Word of the Year Talisman Workshop, where I take you through a process to choose your Word of the Year, and then we create a vision board, which is what I did here, and then we create a really cool ring to use as kind of a talisman, as a reminder of your Word of the Year. So this is made with magazine cutouts. This is a picture I took, tag, and then on this side I just wrote a bunch of words on the background, and this is tissue paper that I just used some matte medium and put it on, and then this is watercolor with the word love and the heart. I did that on watercolor paper, and then I cut it out and layered it on top. Okay, and this is one of my favorite pages, one of my favorite 2-page spreads, and I've been really liking kind of the interactive thing. So I like that this flips open, and this envelope actually has a letter in it. So again, it's watercolors in the background. And then I took some gel pens. So this is with silver, and then I have some gold as well. And then some of these watercolors are metallic. I just made some marks here and there with my pens and used some different colored watercolors. The background of this is actually a white colored pencil. And again, I have layered up all these different layers of scrapbook paper. This is actually another piece of what you saw in a previous entry. And then over here, I have this collection of amazing letters, correspondence from the 1920s that I got, and I didn't know what to do with, but I knew I couldn't get rid of them. And I only have one side of the letter, so I see what somebody is writing to this lady who I don't even know, but I don't know how she is responding. So originally I thought I would just kind of collage with the letters themselves too, or make copies and collage. But in this case, I put this envelope here, and I'm like, you know what? I just want to keep the letter with it. So I kept the return address on here, and a little bit of the address here, but I wanted to protect her privacy in case I shared this page, you know, like I am right now. So I took a piece of scrapbook paper to put over top of her address so her name and everything wouldn't be there. And then this little piece is a butterfly that I had cut out of scrapbooking paper, and I had kept the little, I don't know what you call this, the outline part. So I just cut that into a square and stuck it on here, and then we have some other scrapbook papers up here. So if you follow along with me, you've already seen this page, and it was the inspiration for a bracelet that I made. And I often love to use my art journals as inspiration for jewelry pieces, because it's just another way to bring more creativity in my life. Sometimes I feel like I can really just play when I'm in my art journal and do whatever I want, and then I can look here and pull out different aspects of it and come up with an idea for a jewelry piece. And I actually teach this whole process in my e-course called Inspired e-course. You get creativity activities, art journal prompts, and you make art journal pages, and then I show you exactly how to take inspiration from an art journal page, sketch jewelry, and get all those ideas for your jewelry down into an inspiration book, and then create jewelry. The class actually also has jewelry tutorials in it, but what the main idea is that you will create your own jewelry. So you'll design it yourself. So that is that page. Let's see the next page. Okay, so this page feels a little jarring because of the color mostly, but I still really love it anyway. You know, this is an art journal. I'm not trying to make it into something like amazingly perfect. It's my place to kind of explore and experiment. So this is another mirror selfie. This picture is kind of old actually. I was kind of going through pictures and I wanted to have a picture of myself when I saw this, and it looked nice with what I was doing. And so I have this technique I do with fabric so I can get fabric into my art journal pages and for scrapbooking pretty easily. I actually teach it in the Inspired e-course that I mentioned earlier. And this is part of my jeans, the bottom of my jeans that ripped off, and I kind of saved it until I found a place to put it. So I have that. This is fabric. We have some music here. We have the quote about a bird does not sing because it has the answer, because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. And so I kind of have some music here. On this side, this is some more of the fabric, some scrapbook paper, music. This is a page out of an old art book. So I thought it was cool, and I left a little description next to it. It's kind of like about using art media more effectively by becoming more familiar with its characteristics. So I thought it was kind of fun to put in an art journal. So, and this is the last page I'm going to show you. I hope this wasn't too boring or long. And this page is really layered up. So the background is pattern paper, like a pattern like to make clothes. And then this is all scrapbook paper, and this is like a piece from a piece of scrapbooking paper that had, you know, like little journal cards on it. And over here, this is all from scrapbooking paper parts and stuff, and I just kind of put it all together. And then I made a little pocket here, and it has, this is just a regular, like the shipping tags you get, and I just cut it so it was more the right size. And I just used some, kind of just aged it a little bit. And I wrote, I'm trying to recognize kind of small miracles in my day. So little things that happen that you usually just kind of ignore, but I want to look at them as miracles and really like embrace them. So I made a list of all the small miracles that day. And it's kind of fun because I spent the day with my husband on this day, and I'd just be like, oh my gosh, it's a miracle. And he'd laugh, and then he'd be like, you're right, it is. Like, we went out to eat, and they told us it would be a 25-minute wait. They handed me the little buzzer thing. I walked away, and it buzzed immediately. Like, you know, things like that. That's, you know, maybe not a miracle, but it's a small little miracle. So that is what I have done so far in my art journal. And as you see, the first page is blank. I get over intimidated by page 1, so I usually just skip it. And if I want to, I'll come back and put something on it, and if not, I won't. I love these art journals by Delusions because they have this pocket in the front you can put stuff in, and the pages are really nice and sturdy. And this square size, this 8x8 size, is really awesome and really inspiring, actually, as you can see, because I've done so many pages, and I think today's only the 16th or 17th, and I was planning on doing, you know, a layout each week, but I've gone way beyond that. So I hope that gives you some ideas for your own art journal. If you are interested in art journaling and jewelry making, or you're interested in finding out how I work those two things together, I encourage you to sign up for Inspired e-course. You can learn more at the link below this video. And right now I'm doing a free bonus. When you buy Inspired e-course, you get the Word of the Year Talisman workshop for free. So Inspired e-course starts on February 13th, but when you purchase and get the free workshop, you can do the Word of the Year workshop immediately. It's available right now, and it gives you something to work on while you're waiting for Inspired e-course to start. And as a little secret side note, The introduction week does start on February 13th, but I have it available already, so you can get Inspired e-course introduction immediately when you sign up too. And that is an introduction to art journaling and some fun techniques, like this fabric technique that was on this page, how I so easily get fabric to stay on my pages. There's a little secret trick that I show you. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it inspires you, and I'll talk to you soon.